This conference will now be recorded.
Anyone has any questions? Let me know, guys. So yesterday we were talking about the completion of EC2 instance, right? So we know, do you know how to create an EC2 instance? What is meant by bandwidth? What is meant by, what are the effects of if you want any data to be coming faster? What are the two things you need to compromise? Bandwidth and distance. So very, very important. It's not only the bandwidth. Okay. Today the world's, what do you call it as the biggest challenge in the world is the distance, sir, actually. People all over the world in the world, I don't know how many people you follow it or not. Like I'll tell you, it's a very crazy story. Actually, according to me, I represent, I was part and parcels today also. It's very crazy. People may, after telling this, maybe a lot of people may think, "Arey, what Babu, he's a crazy guy." But let me go and provide you. What happened in, can anyone tell me? It's very crazy. Okay. So don't think I'm a crazy guy. Maybe I have some little bit credibility in your mind. I don't want to lose that. But I'm telling you this is the truth. Let's go and talk about what happened in 1947 August. What happened in 1947 August? Okay, apart from independence. Okay, okay. It may be very crazy. In 1947, August 1st or 2nd. Okay, in New Mexico in United States, people found a craft which is not from Earth. So 6 or 5 alien bodies were found by government. Uh, that is called as, you can go and check it in Google. You will get it as Roswell incident. So a UFO, you call it as UFO, right? So that was found. Dead people were there. So it was a very secret mission. So they understood. They were thinking it is from Russia. Then later point of they realize that is some 30-40,000 advance than currently what we have. So CIA, you know CIA, right? Same year CIA was found. Was found. Like, is it a China? Is it Russia? What is that? So then they later realized, and I don't know how they got it. So the scientists were hired. There was an element called as anti-gravity element. You can go and get it, this one. So one of the scientists was working on 70s and 80s, and slowly he leaked that I'm working for alien craft re-engineering, and there is an element called as antimatter or anti-gravity. So people laughed at him and everything. Okay, in 1999, it has proven there is a clear material called as anti-gravity. Okay, go and check it out. And I don't know, you know about what happened in 2014 and 15, right? What happened? NASA came up and acknowledged, like, in the most advanced civilizations, uh, most advanced aircraft in the entire world, United States, were baffled by UFOs very recently. Don't know? Then what do you see, man? So the problem here is now NASA wants to go. If they then at the end of the day they were thinking like, what is I'm just trying to explain you. People were thinking like, if I want to go to next star, it will take 60,000 years. Hey, it is impossible. Now they are understood like how how the other aircraft are going, what, where, and everything. And this is not from me, not from me. This is from Pentagon. What is Pentagon? The highest national security agency in United States. So, and they released it. It's not me or anything. Official videos. So now scientists were thinking like, there should be some technology where we can. Okay. So what is this? No one knows what is this one. It travels at 30,000 kilometers hour. Nothing in the world can travel 30,000 travel with our what human has created capabilities. Okay. So, and these things are available from past 200 years. So no one knows what is there, how, what, where, and there is a very, 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 very good. What do you call it as? Okay, what is that? We call it as. If you go for Discovery Plus Plus, there is a very, very good documentary on this one. Go and check it out. And they are taking a radar photos from F-18 Falcon, the most advanced jet plane in the entire world, and it is playing cricket and football with that planes. Are you able to understand, right? So it's not me, it is official Pentagon releasing it. So now our worldly scientists think like, oh, there should be somewhere where our biggest problem is a distance. Okay, then how other worldly people are coming to Earth? That means they have solved a problem of distance. One of the way is, this is X point, this is Y point. You have to travel this much far, right? Now their scientists are working on bend mechanism. What is meant by bend mechanism? If two points are like this one, if you bend both the things, what will happen? It will become near, right? So people are working on those kind of theoretical, lot of things are working, but hope you understood. The biggest problem lot of people will think about is bandwidth. Bandwidth is not the biggest problem. Distance is the biggest problem in current world. If I want to take a photo, Pluto, if I want to take a Pluto photo, it took basically 12 years basically to send one satellite from Earth. It took 12 years to travel, and it has taken a photo. That much far it is. Is it clear, right? And from Pluto, if it is sending a signal, it is getting back from Pluto to here after 7 hours. A photo is taken at Pluto and send it out. It is receiving to Earth after 7 hours, because it is 6 to 7 hours light okay, hours from Earth. Hope you got it. Is it clear, right? So you can get, now you are much more interested, you can go in to see that discovery documentation, distance, what is a trail, what, where, what is meant by an alien. Lot of people who are don't know, who don't do a lot of research, right? Alien means something like human. Aliens is an ant, also an alien. Alien is means, what is the meaning of an alien? Whatever which is living outside Earth is called as, any living being is called as alien. It can be an ant, it can be a fish, but not belongs to Earth. Okay, people are baffled to go and check it out, what is happening. That is the reason a probe is sent it to Mars. Lot of things are happening, what kind of minerals happening. Distance plays very, very important role. Okay, so if that is clear, so let's go on. Right, sir, can you tell me, on the first day I explained you, can you tell me how did I created an EC2 instance? To create EC2 instance, what is mandatory? To create an EC2 instance, first thing, what is mandatory? Nah, tell me correctly, sir. Don't tell, you are saying correctly only, sir, but tell me what is the word. If I want to create one EC2 instance, what is the mandatory thing which I require?
Security group or AMI.
AMI basically. So you guys used, what is that? AMI provided by AWS. Like he wants to come up and say, sir, Windows Server 2012. I select Windows Server 2012, copy pasted the user data, it went and installed my required software. He will come up and say, sir, I need Linux. I launched Linux. Yes or no? You have used images of, what is that? AWS. Now it's not time for AWS. I want to create, what is that? My own AMIs. I'm using AWS AMIs. No, I want to create an image. What image, sir? SAP image, CRP image, CRM image. Okay, asset management software. I want to come up with my own software. I want to come up with Kumar image. Yes or no? What is there in that Kumar image? Inside that Kumar image, Kumar application is there. Yes or no? So if you are using AWS AMI, that means AWS also has created, what is that? AMIs. That is the reason you are using those AMIs, right? Okay. Yes or no? Yes. I want to create my AMI. And during the first day of explanation of, can you tell me what is an advantage of virtual machine? Can you tell me what is the advantage of virtual machine? I told you, huh? No, 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 not cost. Huh? What is that?
Without having physical one, we can have
Okay,
virtually.
I said you, I do you remember I provided an example of, I want to create 50 servers with Skype, Mozilla, and VPN. Now, what did I explain you at that period of time? If I want to create 50 servers of Mozilla, Skype, and VPN, what do I require?
Software. On hardware.
Okay. You remember, guys, I said you don't forget, sir. All these things are very important. So I have, what is that? VM. In the VM, I install, what is that? OS plus required. What is that I installed? Software. Now, if I want to take, basically, I want this one. Now you can take a, what is that? Backup, and it will become, what is that? Yes. Now, using this ISO image, can I launch multiple VMs? Yes or no? And this VM will have, this image contains, what is that? This image contains what now? OS plus software. Now you can launch similar things. Very similar to that one. Now let us take an example. You can do like this one. I had, what is that? I had, what is that? I had AWS AMI. AWS has provided an AMI. Which one? Windows 2012. What is that? R2. With the help of this one, when I launch, what happened, sir? It went and created, what is that? EC2 instance. Yes or no? EC2 instance, you will have Windows Server 2012. What is that? R2. If this is R2, this will also be R2. Then later point of time, then I installed, what is that? I require software, like I installed, what is that? SAP. I installed, what is that? VPN. Required my own softwares, have taken it. Now in this server, what do you have? You have Windows Server 2012 plus softwares. Now I can right click and take a backup. Sir, when I take a backup, what it becomes? It will become, what is that? What is that? Is it clear, right? So you
Yes.
used AWS AMI. With the help of AWS AMI, you launched one EC2 instance. You will require all the software now. Now your recommendation is, next time onwards, I want to launch again. Again, you will not go and create 10, 20 servers. What do? You install here require software. Now you right click and take a backup, and it will become AMI. In this AMI, what is there? In this one, what do you have? You have Windows Server 2000 plus SAP software and VPN software. Now you have a AMI. Now his requirement is, sir, can I need 10 SAP application? You will launch it from here. What will get created? One EC2 instance, second EC2 instance, third EC2 instance, four EC2 instance, or are having, what is that? Yes or no? Are you able to understand, right? Let us do this one. Anyone has any questions? Please let me know. Anyone has any questions? Is it clear? Anyone has any questions? Every time you will use Amazon AMI only. Yeah? No, I want to come up with my own AMI. I am working for Kelly Technologies. Let us take an example. Kelly Technologies is very famous for CRM application. I will go and create Kelly CRM application image, so that anyone wants Kelly CRM application image, they launch it and they will get it. Yes or no? For that one, what should I do? The procedure is, launch one EC2 instance and then install the required software and right click and take a backup. When you take a backup, what will happen? Image gets created. When the image gets created, from this image, now how are you launching this image, and what are you doing? Launching it. From here, now what you can do? Launch, and what it will get created? SAP application, CRM application, whatever I want, we can do it. Pretty straightforward, very simple. Okay, let me go and explain you once again, and let's do practically. Sir, let us take an example. I created, what is that? EC2 instance. Now keep it in your mind, and I'm explaining you. It's a very important. Don't get confused. This is EC2 instance, and this is my, what is that? What is that? What is VI? No, EBS volume, C drive, EBS volume 1, EBS volume 2. Let us take an example. This is C drive and what is this? This is D drive. Yes or no? You created. Now you install in this C drive. What did you install? Generally OS is there. In D drive, let's take an example. You install SAP plus others. Okay. Now what do you want? Now I have my image. Now I want to take a backup of my image. Take a backup of my EC2 instance. Okay. Okay. Please write it down. Please write it down. Why do you create an AMI? Write it down. Why do you create an AMI? There are two reasons why do you create an AMI. Why do you create an AMI? The first reason is, okay, to take a backup of the EC2 instance. To take a backup of EC2 instance. Okay. Second point, to create a base / golden AMI. To create a base or golden AMI. Is it clear? Sir, what is the meaning of this one? Let me explain you. Sir, you have this EC2 instance. This EC2 instance is running. What is that it is running? What is running in this EC2 instance? Huh? Now see the diagram and tell me, sir. OS and SAP application is running, sir. SAP's important application is running. Suddenly, this SAP application is there, and you have some very sensitive information of this SAP. Someone has logged to this system and deleted that files. What will happen? Your SAP is not working and everything. So what do you want? Sir, that's a very important server, sir. Take a backup. So customer will ask, right? Array, every one day take a backup, man, of the system. That's very important. So why you take a backup? Tomorrow something is not working. From this backup you can recover. For that purpose you can. So this server is very important. And customer asks you, array, please take a backup. You blindly take, what is that? Backup. Right click and create an image. What gets created? It will go and create, what is that? AMI. Now, so let's take an example. Khalid is there. Khalid has created this server. And your name, sir? Dikshit. So Khalid has created this server. Dikshit logged in this server. Dikshit felt like, array, this is not at all important server. But what Khalid has taken, Khalid has created, what is that? Backup. He has an AMI. Very good, right? Now Dikshit will, array, this is a useless service. Unnecessarily we are getting a bill. Dikshit, what he will do? He'll delete the server. Then Khalid will come up and say, why did you delete it, man? That's a production server. Then how do you recover? What do I have? From AMI, what I can do?
Backup, not recovery.
When you launch, what it will create? Is it clear, right? That purpose, I'm taking a backup. Is it clear? For that purpose, I'm taking a backup. Okay, so that is the reason. First one is that, why do you create an image? For backup purpose. I want to go for a backup. Second purpose, now second purpose is, what is that? Sir, you are a product based company. You are a product based company. And what is that your product you're selling? CRM. So what do? Lot of customer will come up and say, I need CRM, I need CRM. So you will not go and create EC2 instance, one EC2 instance, and then you will download and install, what is that? CRM application. To download and install CRM application, it is taking how many? 3 hours. One customer come into picture, can you give me? 3 hours, okay. 30 customers, 40 customers are coming. What do? So that is the reason. What do you do, right, sir? You will do like this one. You will create one, what is that? Windows server, basically, like, what is that one? EC2 instance, and then install, what is that? SAP. Now in this one, properly SAP is configured. Then you right click on this one and create, what is that? AMI. So what gets created here? This is called as
SAP.
From next time onwards, will I go and again launch my server, or I use this one? Anyone come up and specify, hey, can you please give me SAP application? I'll select this image, launch 10 servers, 10 servers are SAP servers. That is the reason that is called as base or golden image, golden AMI. Is it clear, right? Hope you understood why we are creating an AMI. To take a backup. Most of the cases take a backup. In generally, Infosys company, TCS company, Microsoft company, Amazon company, they will come up with some standard base AMIs. What is that one? So they will come up and say, don't use Windows or Linux AWS AMIs. Go and use Infosys AMIs. What is that Infosys AMI? You launch it. They will make sure in this SAP, they will go and install, what is that? What is that? Infosys wallpaper, Infosys policy, Infosys security, Infosys VPN software, Infosys other software. They'll keep it everything and then right click and take a backup. What is this backup, sir? It is Infosys company which will have all the, what is that? SAP. So next time onwards, you will again go and install all the softwares, or will you use this image? I'll use this image. That is called as golden AMI. In United States, people call it as golden AMI. In India, people or Indian baseline technical word is base image. Is it clear, right? So before I go for practically in 5 minutes, let me explain you what is happening. Don't get confused with two words. There are two words. I have, what is that? EC2 instance. EC2 instance has, what is that? Volume 1, volume 2. These two are, what is that? EBS volumes are there, right? Okay, right. Now I want to right click and take a, what is that? So what gets created?
AMI.
So one AMI gets created. Yes or no? But the
Yes.
actually what is getting created? AMI, Amazon Machine Image, is just a logical name. It's just a logical name. Like I need to go and give 100 rupees to Khalid. What I will do? Hey Khalid, basically I've given basically in Paytm 100 rupees. Done. Did I 100 rupees? No. Did I transfer him? No. Virtually I transferred it. Is it clear, right? Same thing when you're right click and taking an EC2 instance backup. What is getting created? AMI is getting created. AMI is logical name, just a name. But actually what is getting created? Very, 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 very important. Don't get confused. Just basically, what is this class name? What is this class? AWS, which AM? 7am class. But actually it is just a name. But actually, who are there? You people are actually. But ours is just a name. A 7am Kelly batch, right? But actually, what is that? Khalid is there. Okay, Dikshit is there. Lot of people, right? Yes or no? The same thing here is also happening. When you right click and take a backup, what is it is taking a backup? AMI. AMI is just a name. But what is getting created? Very, very, very important. What is this? What is this one? Volume 1. Volume 1 contains storage. So this volume 1 is also what is happening, sir? In the background, what is happening? Backup, and that backup will become, write it down. Is it clear? EBS snapshot. See, the volume 1 backup is, what is that? Snapshot number 1. What is this one? Volume number 2. So what is happening? Actually, the diagram of an AMI will be like this one. You will come up and say, don't come up and say AMI. AMI contains what? Actually, what is this one? This is also a logical name. What is EC2? Server. Actually, EC2 instance server contains what? Volumes. So when you right click and take a backup, so what is happening? This volume is taking a backup and it will create into snapshot number 1. It will create snapshot number 2. Inside AMI, what do you have? Snapshots. Is it clear? Okay. Backup. Can you tell me? Backup of an EC2 instance will become? If I take a backup of an EC2 instance, it is AMI. Backup of a volume? Snapshot. Is it clear, right? Very, very, very important. Anyone has any questions? I'm done. I would like to show you in practically. Any questions? Any questions? Fine. Okay, so this is EBS snapshot, and please write it down. For instance store, you can launch instance store volume also, right? For instance store, no backup. There is no concept called as snapshots. There is no concept called as snapshot. Only the backups are available for EBS. EBS volumes, EBS snapshots. Online people, is it clear? Anyone has any questions? That backup is taken care by AWS mechanism. It is getting corrupted. Take regular backups. Don't take. You are the person, you need to take it. Regular backups. Fine. So let's go back. Sir, very simple, sir. This concept is very simple. Let us go back to this server. I'll go and check it out. There is one server or any server. This is a server. I have it. Linux system. I have it. This is a very, very important. Dikshit has installed one SAP application. Dikshit is coming and saying, this is very important. Take a backup, man. Very tight. I'll right click. Now, what is this? What is this? Create image. I want to take a backup. Click on create. And what is this one? What is that? Dikshit image. And Dikshit image, maybe I'm going to write contains contains SAP application, and it is taken on what is there 28/12/2022. Okay, fine. Okay, what is the, see, as I said you, what is meant by image? It is taking a backup of the volumes, right? It is clearly saying, boss, actually in you have only one volume, which is what is the size? 15 GB. This is a type basically. And okay, are you able to understand? I want to take a backup. So I want to take a backup. What is this one? Now tell me, when I create this one, what is happening in the background? Then image gets created, and how many volumes are there here? One. That volume
One.
backup is what? One snapshot gets created automatically. Don't believe me? Let's see. I'll create that image. So it says your AMI ID. This is my AMI ID. I created this one. You go and click on it. That is what it is clearly saying. What is that? Owned by me. And what is this AMI ID? It is containing Dikshit SAP application or this application. I have taken it. In the background, what is happening, sir? AMI is getting created. So AMI is getting created. It is creating. But in the background, what it will create? Snapshot. So how do you know, sir? How do you know, sir? Let's first refresh it. So if you go back and see, wait for it. Now this is the property of AMI. You click on this property of AMI. It will clearly say it is an AMI ID. AMI name is equal to Dikshit. It is a Linux platform. Everything it will go and provide you, including it is saying the block device. In the background, it has taken a snapshot. This is the snapshot ID. I'll show you where the snapshots are there. What is the size of this snapshot? Volume is 15 GB. Is it EBS optimization is equal to true? And what is the volume type? General purpose volume 2. Is it clear? Sir, you are expert. You know. How do you know it is taking a snapshot? Just go back here, and there is a concept called as, what is this? Snapshots. Just go and click on it. One snapshot will be in procedure. See here. What is the size? 15 GB. It is in pending state. They are creating this snapshot. Is it clear, right? Very, very important. Don't get confused. If someone will come up and ask you, what is the difference between AMI and a snapshot? What is your answer? Very simple. When I'm trying to create an image, what is automatically getting created? Snapshot. But people will ask you an interview question. No, in my company, we are not creating images. We are only using snapshot. Why? They will come up and say, I'm not creating AMIs. The reason is, let me go and provide you that answer also. Sir, let's take an example. This is, what is that? EC2 instance is there, and there is one volume, but it's C drive, and another volume, what is that? D drive is there. Now, if you right click and take a backup of this server, what is getting created? AMI, and then inside AMI, what is that? It's getting created here, right? So some of your customer or in interview people ask you, we never took AMI, we only take snapshot. That is also valid. Why? Because if I take the total backup of my EC2 instance, then it will become AMI. I don't want, Khalid will come up and say, I don't want to take the total backup. My important files are present only in this drive. What is this drive? Volume number 2. My important files are present only in D drive. Then why do you want to take a total backup of the total? What is that? EC2. Only take a backup of that particular volume. So you can right click on this volume and create what is that? Snapshot. Regularly take a snapshot, because only this drive is important for you. Only that drive I want to take a backup. Only take a backup of that volume. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? No, sir, I want to take a backup of the total server. Then I recommend what is that? Is it clear? What is the difference between a snapshot and an AMI? Very simple. Close your eyes and you should say, hey, what is the difference between AMI and a snapshot? Sir, if you take a backup of a complete EC2 instance, AMI gets created. If I want to take a backup of one volume, snapshot gets created. Simple. Is it clear? So the diagram is, last time I'm telling you, let me go for it. The diagram is very, very simple, sir. I have this EC2 instance. EC2 instance has like volume 1. You right click and take a backup of this EC2 instance. What is getting created? AMI. And what is getting created? Snapshot. By mistake, someone goes and delete this server. What you can do? Right click on this AMI and then you launch it. What is getting created? EC2 instance getting created with volume number 1. Is it clear? Clear? Now, someone will come up and say, sir, I have a volume number 1 and this volume number 1 is very, very important. Right click and take what is that? Snapshot number 1. By mistake, this volume is corrupted. What you can do? From snapshot, you can go and create. That is what is all about. Anyone has any questions? What's the difference between AMI and a snapshot? Clear? Very important. Very important. Legacy systems, but very, very important. You need to understand what is virtual machine, how do you take a backup, what, where, everything. I right click and take a backup. It went and took a backup. See here, sir. It's creating a snapshot. Snapshot ID ending with what is that? 767, and you will see AMI. That will also have the same thing. You select this one and it will also show you. It is ending with what is that? So it is attached. Sir, let's take an example. Sir, you just created what is that? From EC2 instance, what did you created? Image. Image, without your knowledge, what image created? Snapshot. You created snapshot or image created? So image is a parent, snapshot is a child. So if you want to kill a child, parent will come and say, hey man, you cannot kill, I am there. Same thing will happen. If you go back, once it is ready, it is available. Okay, it is available. If you see, my snapshot is ready, or it is still pending, man. Completed. Okay. Now you come up and say, for this one, you get a bill. Array snapshot, I'm getting a bill. You select this one and clearly in the description, what is that says? In the description, can you read the description? What is the description? It says, where is the description, sir? In the description, what is this one says? Okay, what is the description says? Did you create it or who created? Created by image created it. So created by image. So this is a child, image is a parent. You select this one and try to delete it. What is the error? Read it. Snapshot ID. This snapshot is currently used by AMI ID. Is it clear, right? AMI is a parent, child is a snapshot. Then how do I delete, sir? I'm getting a bill, sir. What should I do? Then delete the AMI. You created image, image has created it. So go back here and then delete it. Before I delete it, I'll go and do some stuff. This is one, I can select it and then we will delete it. We'll talk about that one. I created an image. I already mentioned you very clearly, AMI means it belongs to, what is that? This region. So Dikshit has created SAP Dikshit application, and now customer can launch. Now he wants SAP application, he can launch this one, but it gets created in which region? No, he is having one customer, he'll come up and say, I need Dikshit software in Singapore. What do? You can transfer. That means you can select this image and you have an action. And then what do? What is the meaning of this one? I can copy the image from North Virginia, copy the image from North Virginia, basically to where? Copy the image. What is that one? So you need to go and select the region. So copy AMI ID, image ID, basically to where I want to copy to, where is that? Mumbai. And what is this one? Destination, and click on copy. So this image will be, another image gets created in Mumbai so that you can launch it in Mumbai. Is it clear, right? That is there. Let's take an example. This is created by whom? Dikshit has created. Very good. And Dikshit and Khalid are very close friends. Khalid will come up and say, Arey Dikshit, share this image, man. I want to launch. Then only for Khalid I want to share. You can select this one, launch, and then what is this? Edit permission. Right now it is only belongs to, what is that? Owned by me. I can click on edit permissions. I can say, Arey Khalid, can you please provide your basically AWS account ID? Everyone has account ID, right? He will share it. I'll simply come up and say, what is this? Add account ID, Khalid account ID. I click on it. He will also, it will appear for him also. No, Dikshit will come up and say, no, I want this image to be available for the entire world. Sir, I want to be available to the entire world. Everyone should launch Dikshit World. Then he can select, what is that? Public. Then the question is, how do, when you click on this one, where do you go and see it? So all the public images are available here. Okay. Then you go and click on it. What is this? When you click on it, hundreds of, how many images are there? I think, see, whoever is sharing in this region, it will appear so that you can launch it. Is it clear, guys? Are you able to understand? Anyone has any questions, please let me know. What is meant by snapshot and how do you delete it? Let's take an example. How do you delete your image? I just want to, there is nothing called as delete option, but kill the, oh, okay, I'll go and click on, what is that? Owned by me. Select this one, and then you have an action called as, what is this one? Deregister. Go and click on deregister. Thank you very much. Do you see it is asking? Okay, delete associate snapshots. Snapshots are not automatically deleted. First to deregister. So now there is no parent, because now there is no parent. Child is alone. You can select this child, and then what do? Got it? How do you create it? How do you delete it? What is meant by snapshot and everything? And also please write it out. Snapshot is a differential backup. Write it down. Snapshot is a differential backup. Regularly you need to take a backup, sir. Snapshot. What is an English word called as snapshot? What is an English word called as a snapshot? I have a camera. How many people are there here? Maybe 20 people are there. How many people? 20 people are there. Now, what is the time right now? 7:40. I take a photo. How many people will come in the photo? Huh? How many people are there?
20.
30 people are there. 30 people will come. In that photo, how many people are there? 30 people are. Suddenly some other person is there. In that photo, you have another person? No. Why? That is why point in backup. So I'm taking a backup right now. Means what is the meaning of backup? I right click and take a backup. What is the time right now? 8:40. Whatever the data which is present till 8:40, that one AWS is taking a backup. I've taken a backup at 8:40. I have EC2 instance, which is very, very important. I have to take a backup till 8:40. I have a backup. Okay, very good. 9:40, 10:40, 2 hours passed, and you added some data. Suddenly at 10:40, that server is having a problem. What is the backup you have? 7:40 backup you have it. So till 7:40, what is the data you have it? that data you can recover. But 740 to 1040, whatever you added, right, that data is not available. So that is the reason you need to take regular snapshots. Is it clear, right? Regular snapshot you need to create regularly. Older snapshot you can delete it if you want lesser cost. Hope it is clear. Anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions? You have to do all those things. You have to do all those things. You have a lambda function which I'll explain you. Then you can write it and it will automatically schedule to run every 1 hour and take a backup. Yes, sir. Online people.
Sir, if you're taking snapshot, so it will take entire AMI and then only a snapshot will come, right? But
I did not get you, sir.
separately, how can? For example, I want to take the backup of one snapshot, but we have to take the backup of entire AMI, or just we can do only
You want to
snapshot
take
of
a
that?
backup of one snapshot. Snapshot itself is a backup. Why do you want to take a backup of a snapshot? I did not get you. So I don't know whether you're using jumbling the words or not. Do you want to take a backup of EC2 instance or you want to take a backup of a snapshot?
Snapshot.
There is no concept called as taking a backup of a snapshot, sir. Backup of one volume is a snapshot.
Okay. So if you take the entire backup of AMI only, then we'll get the snapshot. That is the EBS file.
No, sir. No, sir. Let's go for it. No, sir. Sir, this is the one. I have a EC2 instance with, let's take an example, volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. I want to take a backup of this total server. You take a backup, what gets created? AMI gets created with what is that? Snapshot 1, 2, and 3. You created, today is January 1st. Okay, very good. Now let's take an example. Now daily basis, this volume number 3 contains very, very important data. I don't want to take a total server like so volume 1 and volume 2. I want only this one. Then you create a snapshot number 1 on January 2nd. On January 3rd, create snapshot number 2. January nodes go for snapshot number 3. January 4th, create for snapshot. Regularly take a backup. Got it?
Okay.
Any questions? Structure of the image. AMI ID, go back to this AMI array. Why did you delete it, sir? Let's take an example. Where is that? You have created an image. Let's take an example. This is your image. This is your image. You go and click on it, and then you will see this image. This is the snapshot ID. In where do you see? Block devices. This is your snapshot ID. You don't have the permissions. If that is the case, everyone will delete anything. You don't have that permissions. I can give you. Kali, I remember, right? I can say image. Not only Kali has launching permission. You can. So if that is the case, every snap public, I will go and delete it. Right? It won't be like that. Got it, sir? Did I answer your question? When you try to, so go back to that AMI. Onto the AMI property, click on it, and then you will see something called as block devices. There they mentioned what is the snapshot of that particular one. If you two have, right, it will go and show you 1, 2, 3, 4. It will show you all the snapshots. Is it clear, guys? Fine. So here, yes, sir. Can't hear you. Deprecation time as an example. Deprecation time means you have created a Windows system. Okay, Windows systems require what? License. And you have launched Windows Server 2016, but maybe Amazon will come with next in 2023, Windows 2023, and they will come up and say Windows or 2016 will be deprecated, older version. What is the prediction time? They are providing that one. It gets deprecated. Don't worry about that one. You are the owner of this image. There is no need to worry about. Let it deprecated. I want to go for it. Got it? Okay, creation of a snapshot, volume, you are the owner, everything you can go for it. If this is clear, this is clear, I want to go for 5 minutes and then I'll explain you something. Let's go for only 5 minutes, sir, because you are going to write a lot of tests. Go for the fourth one. How do I increase my font? Okay. Go for the fourth one, and what is the answer? Go for the fourth one, go for the fifth one. I don't know whether I went for fifth one or not. I think I went for fifth one. Did we return anytime AWS certification exam? Until now, once also we did not go, right? Not means like this one, no, right? Okay, go for this AWS certification, fourth and fifth. For fifth one, you need a pen and a paper. What is the answer for fourth and fifth? Use your mind and answer it. Just go for it. I'll ask them whether, what about the print?
Fourth one is D.
సుబ్బయ్య గారికి ప్రింట్ ఇచ్చాను, ప్రింట్ తీసుకున్నారా? సుబ్బయ్య గారికి ఒకటి ఇచ్చాను సార్, ఎగ్జామ్ పేపర్ లాగా ప్రింట్ తీయమన్నా. ఈ రోజు ఇస్తే బాగుండు, రేపు ఇచ్చినా పర్వాలేదు సార్, కనుక్కోండి. 2-3 hours టైం దొరికితే 300 క్వశ్చన్లు రాసేసా, ఏముంటది ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ అని, అది ప్రింట్ చేసుకుంటే మంచిది, మంచిది అది. వాట్స్ ద ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఆన్సర్ మ్యాన్? ఫోర్త్ వన్, what's the answer? Fourth one. Okay, fourth one answer is A is wrong. Okay, A, B, C, D, if you tell, all are 4 only, man. Okay, so it's very simple. So clearly see the question, sir. How can a software means which is running inside the server, software determine public and private IP address in your EC2 instance, and the software is running inside it. So from inside I want to get public and private IP address. Yes sir, what is this one? IP config. When you click on IP config will provide you private IP address, not public IP address. When you click on IP config, it will provide you what is your Ethernet card properties, and it will show you. It will not show you public IP address. For public IP address, you need to go for what is that? Metadata. HTTP 169.254 169.254/latest/ metadata / public IP address. It will display public IP address / private IP address. It will display private IP address. Metadata URL. Got it? I told you 169.254 169.254. Yes or no? So the answer here is what? D. Is it clear? Now go for the fifth one. Fifth one is tricky. You need a pen and a paper and mind. 3 things you need. Pen and a paper. So tell me what is the answer, and what is the answer? If anyone provides a wrong answer, huh? Which one, sir? Sir, that's what I said you. What is that? What is that? Okay, yeah. So I don't, if you provide a wrong answer also, that is also, but don't go and provide one answer. I'll get angry. They're asking to what is that? Choose 2 answer. What is the answer? A and B? Absolutely wrong. Okay, very simple. Understand? No, sir. No, Raja. I said you don't go for one answer. It is 2 answers are there. Okay, so we'll talk about it. Let's go and talk about it. What is that? I said you need a pen and a paper. What is that one? You have an application which is running with 6 EC2 instance has to run. Minimum 6 has to run at any cost. Okay, very good. You have how many availability zones? 3. So you have availability zone A, availability zone B, and availability zone C. And what is saying you have 3 availability zone? And what is that one? How do you deploy for 100% fault tolerancy if one of the availability zone is not available? So what is meant by 100% fault tolerancy? If something goes, one availability zone goes wrong, what is that? 6 servers should be running at any cost. So how do you deploy it? Is it clear, right? How do you deploy it? Control Z unda indulo? No. Wait a minute. No, again, don't say one word, sir. 2 answers, sir. Okay, let me go for it. What is that? Availability zone A, B, and C. Now tell me. Let's someone has said A. So you create 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay, one availability zone is gone. So how many servers are there? How many should be there? 6. Is it correct? A is correct answer? No. Let's go for the second one. 3, 3, and 0. Now you may come up and say NE, and the word is, what is this? What is that? Nana, what is this? Any. So I will now assume this availability zone is not working. So how much total? 6. But what will happen if this is available and this is not working? How many? 3. So B is wrong. So let's go for C. 4, 2, and 2. You go for 4 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay. Suddenly fourth one is not working. How much is the total? 4. Is it correct? So answer is no need to go and see any answer. So you need to choose 2, D and E. Click on it. So let's go for it. 6, 6, and no server. 6 here, 6 here, and no server is there. Let us take an example. One 6er is not working. How much is the total? 6. Now let's take an example. 6 are working. This is not working. Total how much? 12. He said minimum how many servers should run? 12. More than 12? More than 6? So answer is what? D. And the perfect answer is E. But choose 2. 3, 3, and 3. 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. Any one is not working. The total count is 6. How do you deploy the strategy? D and E. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Many questions we will go. Many questions will go. I have 6 or 7 minutes. I'll introduce another AWS service, which is the next thing we will go right now, which is very important. Okay, so what is that, sir? You know what is meant by EC2 instance? Happy? Now you can launch your EC2 instance, understand what is free tier and launch it. Don't ask me. Volumes are not free. 8 GB is free, but apart from that, you'll get a bill. So be careful in launching EC2 instance. Install Linux, install Apache, Tomcat, IIS, all the installation. Do it. Open the port number 80, log in, connect it, everything. You go and check it out. My question comes into picture is, sir, what we learned about it? We learned like, what did we learn? AWS is providing a capability of what is that? EC2 instance, total infrastructure. That means what is that? Is taken care by whom? I don't worry about that. But apart from then I'll install what is that? Operating system. I'll install application, and this is what is that? SAP application. You have here what is that? Security group. Port number 80 is open. The end user is trying to go and connect it. It is connecting. You are able to assign what is that? Public IP address. Fantastic. Yes or no? Happy, sir. People are accessing. Very good. Now think about certain problem. By mistakenly, this application is not working because there is an application bug is there. Something crash happen on your application. Who's responsible? You or AWS? We. Why? You have
AWS is
created,
going
you
to
have to manage. If SAP is not working, then it is you who have to make sure the end users are website is working for them. Customer has given a money and say like maintain my SAP application. SAP is not working. You cannot come up and say customer SAP not working. They'll kick you in next day. You want to make sure. So if your application is not working, if this application is not working, user cannot access that one. First one. Second one, sir, why the application is not working? It will work, sir. So you remove this one and this application is working right now. Let us take an example. Suddenly here, this is what is the GB you provided. Suddenly here 1 lakh people log in. What will happen? Crashes. Now what is the answer you will tell to the customer? Arey, don't log in too much. You will say like that. Sir, what is happening? So think about it. There is an application problem. Your application is not working. There is any kind of a runtime problem. Application is not working. Is there any OS problem? Application is not working. Too many people log in. Application is not working. So you have too many single point of failure. If application is not working, there are some cases people will put a police case against you. Businessman, let's take an example. I'll tell you my personal things. There is a company called as Purulator or anything. Purulator. There is a company called as Purulator in United States. They put a basically court case against Infer company previously because we promised something, this will work, and it is not work. And they said like, because of you, our business is impacted. Let's went to the court, and we paid $2 million. Is it clear, right? So very, very important. If this application is not working, what should I do? I need high availability. Array, if this server is not working, I need to have, what is that? Another, what is that? SAP server, same thing, another EC2 instance. If this is not working, it should go here. Yes or no? Why? So that is the reason. How do I go? What should I do to get high availability? We will go for a concept called as, is it clear? Load balancer. Sir, what is meant by a load balancer? Very simple, sir. What is meant by load balancer? I will buy one load balancer, server number 1. I will buy it and I will install the required, what is that? Load balancer. I had an application server, right? I will go and create, what is that? One EC2 instance, and here I will install, what is that? I will now go and create, what is that? And install both server. I register this server here. I register server here. Now I will assign this load balancer. What I will assign? Public IP address. Now the end user will type http://www. The request will go and hit, what is that? Load balancer. Dikshit logs in. Dikshit request will go to server number 1. Khalid will log in. Khalid request will go to server number 2. 1 lakh people log in. Now it is going 50,000 here, 50,000 here. Suddenly this server is having some problem. This server is not working. Load balancer sensor is not working. It will send it to which server? So are you getting high availability? Yes or no? Yes, with the help of load balancer. Now immediate question will come into picture. This is the use of a load balancer. People used to go and create a load balancer, working fantastic, super excellent. The problem here is, what will happen? This server is not working. Entire thing will not work. So people used to go and create a load balancer, and they used to go and create a cluster, all those kind of hangama. So what is the difference between, write it down and I'll closing right now. What is the difference between a load balancer? Load balancer is a load distributor. Yes or no? Okay, but it is managed. Who will manage? Managed by, you will create a load balancer and go for it, right? So if this load balancer is not working, who's responsible? That is the reason there is a concept called as, write it down. What is that? Okay, what is this one? This is managed by, what is that? AWS. You don't manage, you don't whether what is this? Is it Linux? Is it Windows? Not is, you click on one button, AWS will provide your load balancer. Ready-made load balancer is there. You add the servers, load balancer will be never down. If it is down, AWS is responsible, completely managed by whom? If an interview question comes, not, it will not come, but if any stupid guy will come up and say, what's the difference between a load balancer and elastic load balancer? Load balancer means you need to go and buy the hardware, you need to install, you need to configure, you need to make sure load balancer is always working. You are responsible. What is elastic load balancer? Who is responsible? AWS is responsible for creating, uploading, managing, maintaining. Let us go for load balancer tomorrow, from tomorrow. What is tomorrow, sir? January 30, December 30. What is that tomorrow? Today is 29th, huh? 28th. Okay, then we'll go for it. That's not a problem. We'll go for it. Okay, and when is this date is coming? Let's see. I know a lot of people. So let's go and make it 31st as a holiday. Last 31st, right? Like, and you can go somewhere else, take a holiday. But let's go till Friday, 30. Is it clear, right? So we should be decently completing what is a load balancer. 31st? I'm always there, sir. I'm a native of this Hyderabad only. If anyone wants, please let me know. We'll discuss that one on 30th, whether you want 31 as a holiday or not. Let's discuss with everyone. 30 Sunday, sir. You want Sunday also? My wife will divorce me, sir. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's discuss on this one on the last day. Fine. Please go and create your. Please study about EC2 instance. What is EC2 instance? What is virtual machines? Everything. Understand its mechanisms, and then practice how do you install a web server, user data copy. Everything is present in my material kumar@awsbit.com. Go into that one and do it. Learn it. And the biggest, now you may come up and say, sir, someone will come up and say, is there any very good material? There is no material, sir. The best material in the world, I would say, is this one. What is the subject you want to study? EC2. Just click on AWS space documentation space EC2. This is a Bible. You click on it, entire thing. What is EC2 instance? How do you launch a Linux, Windows? Everything, guidelines for Windows, guidelines for Linux, API, coding, automation, everything is available for you. This is my Bible, actually. I learn it from here only. Fine? Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you.